Itzhak Perlman is one of classical music's most acclaimed figures, a sought-after conductor frequently cited as the reigning virtuoso of the violin. He plays and conducts with orchestras around the world and has superstar status rarely accorded a classical musician. But each summer, he devotes 6 weeks of his life teaching and mentoring young people on the shores of Shelter Island, New York, at the former site of a 100-year-old camp, now the summer home of the worldwide Perlman music program.
First of all, it's a lot of fun, and it's an incredibly satisfying kind of an activity to see kids react to what you have to say.
His students are young musicians of rare and exceptional talent, and the program is available to them regardless of background or financial means.
I like to involve the students in the process. I like to nurture them, and I like to make them feel good about themselves, rather than say, that was bad, do it again.
Let's find out how mentoring in any field enables talent to thrive. And in the process, I have a feeling we're going to be hearing some pretty good music. Maestro.
How do you do?
I'm fine. How are you?
You want me you sit here?
I'll sit here.
I sit here.
Itzhak Perlman, I want to thank you and your lovely wife for welcoming us here to the Perlman Music Program. And I think the first thing I'm wondering about is, why is what you do here so important to you personally?
Well, as a musician, as a performing musician, teaching is, for me, probably the most important thing to do. You know, as a matter of fact, when I teach students, I always say to my students, whenever they have an opportunity to do some teaching, they should grab it. Because what happens when you teach, you basically teach yourself.
Perlman says teaching has deepened his own playing, and while teaching, he deploys his colorful personality.
I'm going to play it funny. Okay? Let's see if it's funny. As funny as I can get. Okay.
You're a virtuoso of your instrument the world over. How is your playing different as a result of being a teacher?
Well, being a teacher requires you to listen very carefully. Now, being a teacher of very talented students requires you to listen even more carefully. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, you can also move if you want.
Perlman's wife, Toby, a Juilliard-trained violinist, founded the program 17 years ago.
It's my wife's music program. I just work here.
Toby, you look around here, there's music programs all over the world. What makes this campus so special with its teaching and mentoring?
I think that we've arrived at exactly the right combination. It has to do with our educational philosophy, which has to do with safety and support and mentoring and kindness. That is not to say that the kids around here just lie around and do nothing. They work very, very hard. But I think an adult who's knowledgeable and who's safe, whom the child really trusts, can change the child's life in a most wonderful way.
So let's do ethereal G major.
I talked to some of the students about the benefits of learning from a master.
Another contributing factor to Mr. P being an amazing teacher is that he has so much patience. Even if you just can't play your part at all, he finds a way to make you, actually not want to give up and actually try harder.
Mary Peckham, an acclaimed musician, is the associate director of the program.
Oh, good, you got the memo. That was sweet. I didn't know we'd all get that together in that last quarter.
I think that when you talk about a program like this, you are talking about the future of something that's incredibly special and unique. And so the fact that these very gifted people come together and have a place to be safe and to nurture talent and to nurture culture, that is very important, I think, to the world.
Patrick Romano is a choral director, and he works at building confidence.
I think the value of mentoring in any profession is that you can give of yourself, your passion. I see, because I'm very passionate about what I do, and I try to infuse my passion into these young children, these students, especially when they're faced with something they think they can't do, which obviously, since I'm the choral director, they come here and go, oh, we have to sing. And then after they do it for 3 weeks, they say, hey, we can do this. So I'm teaching them to get confidence, to gain confidence.
One question about a word that's so meaningful to everybody, happiness. I mean, my son said to me earlier this week, the goal of all goals is happiness. Mm-hmm. How does being here during the 6-week period make you happy?
Oh my God, it's like, I can't even think about it. I'm just very happy. I'm just very, to be involved in this kind of process. What could be better? My musical life is built from 3 things: conducting, teaching, and playing the violin. That's what I do here.
I want to ask you a question about your 1714 Stradivarius.
Yes.
Right. It's a very, very valuable instrument.
Yes.
When you're, say, flying to a gig,
Yes.
do you put it in the overhead compartment?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
It's up there with the backpacks?
When I fly to a gig, I like that, to a gig, I have my gig. Yeah, I put it above me.
If you need somebody to carry it for you, I'm available.
I will call you. Give me your phone number. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm going, so I need to know.
Itzhak Perlman, thank you so much for
My
joining us on My
pleasure.
Generation.
Thanks
I want
a
to
lot.
shake that beautiful hand.
Thank you very much.